Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Fourth and a Dream podcast. It is me, your host, Red, with my lovely co-host, the Commish, aka G. How we doing, dude?
I'm just out here praying and hoping that my roster can clear 60 points this week, man.
I hear you, dude.
But outside of that, I'm doing well.
How's your Achilles?
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, mine's still intact.
We don't know about the Jolly Rogers Achilles. How's his doing?
Not knock on wood, man. Yeah, no, he's dude, Kirk Cousins. It sucks, man. You hate to see it. You hope for a speedy recovery. I reached out to the JR a couple days ago. I offered him up Lamar Jackson for his entire roster. He didn't find the humor in that. So, looks like he's going to the waiver wire this week to spend some of that fat money. I mean, hey, who's I think is it Will Levis? Yeah, man. I mean, somebody was up there in Tennessee rocking those old school Houston Oilers uniforms, just slinging it all over the yard, man.
He
And
was, dude.
yeah, I mean, dude, every time you turned around, it was like another deep shot to Nuke, and he's in the end zone. They were like, "Hey, DeAndre Hopkins scores again," and I'm like, "Who? Damn, welcome back."
I forgot he played football.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, yeah, man. So I would say that. I mean, from an injury standpoint, that had to be the biggest nugget from this past weekend, and then you know. Coming around here yesterday at the trade deadline, kind of hoping to see some fireworks, man. And I mean, outside of Dobbs going up to the Vikings to replace Cousins, that was about it, man.
Chase
So
Young went to the Niners.
yeah, I
I did
mean,
see that.
that's obviously going to help their defense out, but I mean, I think the real question is going to be like, what's going to happen with Alexander Madison? What's going to happen with Cam Akers now? What's going to happen with your boy, who's the rookie wideout up there in Minnesota that's been balling out, man? Madison, that his last name. Yeah, I mean, like, what's going to happen from a fantasy standpoint with those guys? I mean, you have to think there's going to be at least some sort of regression,
Absolutely.
minute. And then the other big word that dropped just yesterday, man. The Raiders are in the process of cleaning house. Your boy Josh McDaniels from the old Belichick tree, man. He's is he back to New England now?
No,
I
no.
mean, McDaniels is gone. The GM's gone. The OC's gone. I mean, if they were smart, they would probably just tag Devontae Adams as the next head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Let him get in the huddle and be like, "Look, guys, like."
Throw me the ball.
I'm gonna go run post and you just throw it up there. You know, I mean, you got to think now that the offense is gonna run through Adams and Josh Jacobs. So I mean, those two guys they got to get peppered with the football. Now, what's gonna happen with Jimmy GQ? Who knows, man? But that's probably about the biggest headlines that we've had from this past weekend.
Dude, Josh
Really.
McDaniels, one of the greatest OCs, right, in his day. But that guy just doesn't cut it as a head coach, man. I think it's the what are the visor? I think it's the visor.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah. You need full coverage, dude, to keep that noggin safe and secure. And 2003 called. They want their fucking visor back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's about time to figure out something else, man. Like, I don't know, go sell like, collector stamps or something. But
yeah, yeah. He looks like somebody that would be behind a pawn shop counter,
yeah.
cleaning the glass constantly. Yeah.
Well, what you say, man? You want to jump into these week 8 recaps real quick?
I mean, not really. We have a special guest over here.
Oh, hey.
What's up, dude? You need
We'd
that?
love to see it.
You want to come say hi?
He wants to come in and share all that trick or treat candy that he pulled in from
Yeah,
last
they want to
night.
know. They want to know. Are you sharing candy or what? You want to come say hi?
What's up, dude?
What?
Yeah.
He's trying to climb my chair. Don't be getting on my chair.
Hey man,
We are
while you're at it,
recording, sir.
grab your
Here.
dad's cell phone real quick and drop AJ Brown. Go ahead and do that for everybody in the league, all right?
Yeah, he'll do that.
You'll do us a solid.
Here, come take this. All right, so I guess we can get into last week, right?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Baby Billy. We'll start off with the good one, huh? Baby Billy versus Smoking Joe. The score 123-57.
Yeah, man. Hey, if you're gonna lose, you might as well do it in grand fashion. That's how I look at it.
I feel that.
Yeah?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
You can resonate with that a little bit.
Not at all.
Look, man. All right. On my side of the ball, the Bible Bonkers, boy, it's a roller coaster ride, man. It's who's showing up this week, and this week they didn't show up, top to bottom. That's about all I can say for me.
I got a cat running across my fucking desk, dude.
Man,
what is going on, dude?
Get some control over there.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Travis Etienne is in control though right now. He's got what, like 7 touchdowns over his last like 5 games. The guy's just completely going ham. You know, hopefully somebody figures out something to slow that Jacksonville run game down. So kudos to Smoking Joe on the dub this weekend, man.
Yeah, dude, Travis Etienne is everything I wanted him to be last season, so I'm glad it worked out for him. And even though he told the whole league that's who he was picking, we still let him take him, and he's doing great for him. So kudos to old Smoking Joe.
Hell yeah.
Dude, how are you 3-5?
Is that like I should be like 0-8, or I should be like 7-1, or where am I trending with that?
My answer to that is yes.
I mean, I don't think I'm the only GM that can sit on here and say that my team has been super inconsistent this season.
Because on paper, your team is good.
I've lost 2 games this year where my opponent hasn't cleared 65 points. Yeah. And in standard scoring, usually when your opponent scores 65 points, they are gift wrapping you a W. So, I mean, even if my team just shows a pulse for a couple weeks, 3-5 is probably looking like 5-3.
Yeah. So, I think things will turn around for you.
I hope so. I know you don't want to hear this, but when's our trade deadline again?
I have no idea.
Your boy's been pounding the pavement, man, and I've got about 4 irons in the fire right now, and I'm trying to get something done. Like I'm not just gonna sit back and try to like pluck something off the waiver wire. So I'm not saying we're close to pushing anything across the finish line, but I'm definitely trying, man.
Right. Good for you. Good for you. I wish you the best of luck.
You're nervous as all get out right now, dude.
Dude, hey man, it's just another season in the VFFL. You know what I mean?
Hey man, somebody's got to trade. Yep. Somebody's got to make a deal.
So moving on, we have Snitches versus Miyagi. Miyagi pulling off the W, 91-78, with his 27 waiver wire additions this season. By the way, they're in second with 22. He's doing his thing like usual.
Yep. All right, man. I got some questions in this one, right? And I'm just gonna talk to our South Beach billionaire. Baby, why are you leaving Ja'Marr Chase on the bench? Why are you leaving Javonte Williams on the bench? I mean, Williams you can make a case for. Ja'Marr Chase, that's a top 5 wideout, man. He's got to be in that lineup. It doesn't matter who he's playing. It doesn't matter he played San Francisco last week. I get it. All right. San Francisco got a good defense. You gotta play him. I'm not even gonna put. Okay. He had DeAndre Hopkins on the bench too, but look, you ain't starting DeAndre Hopkins, right? Unless you're in a break glass in case of emergency situation. But Ja'Marr Chase, dude, he's got to be in that lineup, man. So I'm chalking this one up as I don't know how Miyagi continues to do it, but I mean he improves to 5-3, man.
South Beach Billionaire scored more on his bench.
Then
I
what
didn't
my
look at
starting
that.
lineup
I
is?
didn't look at that. Yeah, I didn't look at that until right now. But wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, moving on, dude. The pain is setting in for a lot of us in this league, and it's just going to get worse. Jolly Roger took down wide receiver, 107-96.
So
Much needed
this
win
is
for him.
yeah, this is kind of one of those situations where you feel like, Cuzzo was just out on a country road and he saw some guy standing at the crossroads playing his little acoustical guitar, and Ben rolled down the window and he decided to cut a deal, and it seems like this deal cost him Kirk Cousins the rest of the season. So, um, I mean, the JR gets a massive win. Absolutely needed a dub to get to 3-5, and going up against the buzzsaw that's been wide receiver this season. I mean, she puts up 96 points in a loss, which is nothing to sneeze at. JR gets the win, man. But looking at that roster next week, he's got wide receivers on a bye. He doesn't have a quarterback right now, and he earlier this week decided that his whole roster wasn't worth Lamar Jackson. So, you know, he he's in a jam.
A little bit. A little bit. Not a whole lot to say about this one, man. Good luck to the old Jolly Roger. For me, I'm going to leave it there. Moving on. A team that you said last week was going to start catching fire. Looks like they caught fire. AT Aliens 128 over Ascentides. 128-74 to be exact. What you got on this one?
Dak Prescott leading the way with the 28 spot. Being out here in Texas, man, there are Cowboy fans everywhere, and they have been swearing up and down that the schedule will get easier the second half of the season. And Dak Prescott starting it off with 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, man. Super strong performance. Also getting 3 touchdowns from the Gus bus, dude. Gus Edwards. And I personally didn't like that. Was actually kind of looking for some Lamar Jackson rushing touchdowns or passing touchdowns. But anywho, 128 out of the AT Aliens, Ass and TDs. I mean, you're on to week 9. That's about it.
But at 500. Still at 500. Moving on. Nice warm family battle. Tropic Thunder, Iron Smoke. Tropic Thunder looks like he sold himself to the devil, maybe. In the text thread, 101.79 over his dad.
Look, man. This is what happened in this matchup, man. This came down to, it looked like Iron Smoke was going to be trending in the right direction Sunday afternoon, and there might have been some premature shots fired by my father-in-law. Looks like it might have came back to bite him in the rear end. I'm not going to post the family chat up here on the channel, but my mother-in-law has stepped in and tell the children to simmer down a little bit. But needless to say, it looks like the student outduels teacher in this one, man. Tropic Thunder with a nice win, getting 3-5 on the year, and Iron Smoke, same record, dude. But I mean, he's been scoring points, and I mean, Jacoby Myers just killed him on that Monday night game. I mean, Jacoby Myers has been having a good season so far up to this point, getting 1.9 out. That didn't help, but nice win for the brother-in-law.
One of my favorite text messages I've ever seen in our fantasy group chat. Who the fuck is Sam Laporta? I enjoyed that. That made me chuckle.
I think my favorite one was, basically my brother-in-law saying that it was absolutely worth getting cut out of the will to get this W this week, man. So I guess I owe my brother-in-law a personal thank you for doubling me up with that victory of his. Appreciate that.
You might want to end that with "Love you, pops."
Hey, you're the best father-in-law.
Yeah. Ever. All right, dude. 5-star. 5-star. Yeah. Master Bader pulls a trick out of his sleeve and beats the Friday morning oil change 119 to 116, which I have to say, absolutely the best 5-star of the year so far. I'm biased, but
look, man, this is just you and me talking right now.
It's actually us and YouTube. But sure, go ahead, dude.
Nobody gives a damn about what I think about this matchup. They just want to know what was going through your head when Jared Goff pulled ahead, man.
You know, unlike you, I'm going to share. I'm going to share a text message.
Oh, boy.
Live in a video. And I don't know if it's going to show up, okay? But it says at the top there, yeah, you're not going to really be able to see it. But my message to you, lovely Kamish, was fucking Taysom Hill, dude. What the fuck? LOL. And you didn't realize until...
Oh, no.
Let's see, I texted you at Sunday at about 4:20.
Yep.
And you replied back to me after some other texts at 4:14 on Monday.
Yeah.
And said, I just realized he played him. You know, that was it's unfortunate for me that I'm on the short end of the stick, right? But that was a good matchup, man, and that was fun to watch. It wasn't fun to watch Taysom Hill run into the end zone twice and me lose. It's tough to lose when you put up 116 points, but dude, it is what it is. It's fantasy football. No sweat off my brow.
Hey, man, as long as we've been playing, it's going to happen, dude. Just think, like, every week, there's some poor soul out there that's losing by 1/10 of a point. I mean, you know, I'm sure once Jared Goff took a couple kneel downs to ice that game out, there was probably somebody somewhere that was just
negative yards, dude.
Yeah. Just bought himself a new television set, man, because it just went for the ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was nice to see the 5-star deliver this week. You know, Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, man, they've got it humming, dude, to an NFL record at this point. So, I mean, the question's going to be, when's it going to stop? Like, I mean, there's going to be some type of regression, but, I mean, the tear that they're on right now, just, you got to love it, man.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for week 11, man.
I don't even know who you're playing week 11.
I just need running back help, dude, and I'm waiting for the super rookie to come back and hopefully get back to what he's doing, dude.
Mr. Achane, man, maybe Miami takes a little bit more of a conservative approach with him, man, because right now they're trending in the right direction. They picked up another big divisional win this past weekend at home in the throwbacks.
I don't.
So maybe they decide to play a little closer to the best and not expose him as much, man. Maybe
so I didn't mean to interrupt you, but there's a couple people that watch our podcast that I work with, right?
Okay.
And I'm just going to give you a little funny story. And one person in particular that I'm friends with that's in the same position I am is going to appreciate me putting this on YouTube. Okay. So my boss, well, not really my boss anymore, right? But he's a big Dolphins fan.
Okay.
And myself and my friend that I'm not going to name that watches our podcast, we have a little group chat, and
All right.
and my boss says to me, "Don't worry, bud. In 2 to 5 years, the Patriots will be good again." And I ran a $6 million box for this man, right? That I no longer run. And my response was, "So will the store I just left."
Damn. Mm.
And that might have been one of the best mic drops of my career. Because as much as he wanted to bother me about my team that I just know sucks, that hurt him more than it hurt me. So I hope he enjoys that Dolphins win, right? I still think they're a fraud, but moving on.
Hey man, they play KC this week.
Yeah.
If they beat KC, then are they still
then
fraudulent?
we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
But right now, they haven't beat a team over 500. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've just beat the shit out of everybody who sucks, and that's not really impressive. Okay.
Hey,
It's
say
like
what
me.
you want,
It's like
man.
me winning a 100-yard dash against a bunch of old ladies in rascal scooters. Okay. And honestly, they would probably beat me. So we'll move on from that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man.
My grandma had one
Let
of
me
those
take
too.
a
Those
look at
things
these
hauled
old
ass.
ladies.
Them things hauled ass, bro. I used to do wheelies with my grandmas.
Let me take these old ladies before I put my money down on you in this race,
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate your support. All right, so moving on, dude. The pain is over for week 8. We're gonna move on to week 9, okay?
All right.
Maybe some of us, the people that took the hard L's last week, can move on from it and secure a W. Some of us maybe not. So moving on, week 9. I guess we'll start with myself. Friday morning oil change versus snitches get stitches. The floor is yours.
All right, man. I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. Snitches has got some holes on the bye right now. Even if he plugs in Jamar Chase and he plays Nuke on Thursday night against the Steelers, he's not gonna have enough, man. I think Pat Mahomes is gonna get into a shootout over in Frankfurt with the Dolphins. That's gonna be a high scoring game. You know, the Eagles are playing a divisional opponent in Dallas at home. That one's going to be probably a little bit more nip and tuck than you want to see it, man. And even though I think Hurts and AJ Brown will slow down a little bit this week, man, you got too much juice. So I'm going to take FMOC comfortably in this one by 10 points.
So I have an eerie feeling that everything that Snitches did last week, he's going to do the opposite this week. Once he watches the video, I feel like it's going to be uncomfortably close, like last week for me. I don't see the production from Jordan Addison that I've seen in weeks past with Kirk going down, and that Dallas defense is tough, dude. No matter how good the Eagles are, how good Jalen Hurts is, how good AJ Brown is, the Dallas defense is tough. So I'll take myself, but I'm gonna take myself by 3 this week.
Yep.
Moving on. Tropic Thunder versus Ass and TDs.
All right, man. I will start on the Tropic Thunder side of the ball. No CMC this week. No Trevor Lawrence. He's got Derek Carr plugged in for the go against the Bears on Sunday. Mike Evans is going to have a plus matchup against the Houston Texans. I just keep waiting for Chris Olave to get going. And I'm just nervous that I just don't know if it is or not, man. It's just, him and Carr are on the same page right now. So that's going to be super concerning. He's obviously going to make moves at defense and kicker, but he'll just stream those. As far as Ass and TDs go, Josh Allen's going to be on the road against Cincy. Cincy picked up a nice win against the Niners this past week, but I mean, the Niners have dropped 3 straight. I mean, the Niners didn't look like they could be beat about 3 weeks ago, and they've lost 3 straight. Are they fraudulent?
A lot of injuries.
So, I don't know, man. Bills Mafia president has, guided herself to a 4-4 count on the year, man, and I think this might be one where like Isaiah Pacheco has maybe 2 touchdowns in the game. So I tell you what, man, give me I will take Bills Mafia president. Ask some TDs.
I think that Buffalo Cincinnati game, man. I think that's going to be a weird one for Buffalo. Considering what happened last season, and the events that took place. And it's a primetime game. It's so weird, right? Isn't that weird to you? Is it just me? Like they played in Cincinnati Monday night under the lights in front of the whole world, and then that event happened with Damar Hamlin, and now they're playing under the lights in front of the whole world in Cincinnati, and like that kind of shakes me up a little bit. But if you're a player on the field, wouldn't that shake you up too? I mean, I guess they're built different, right? And they're professionals and they have a thing to do, but like we're all professionals in our field, right? And I don't know, that would shake me up, dude, a little bit. I think that's going to be a weird game, and I think Cincinnati's going to pull off the win there. I don't think Josh Allen's going to have a good game at all. I don't think the Bills are going to have a good game at all. But it could go the exact opposite too because of what happened, man. So I don't know. But I'm gonna go against what you're saying here, and I think Derek Carr and Chris Olave are gonna have a good game against the less than stellar Chicago defense this week. Aston TDs is gonna be close to getting over 500, but it's not gonna be this week. Give me Tropic Thunder in a nail biter.
All right.
All right. Next up, should we call this a rivalry? Is it a rivalry? Kinda.
I mean,
Friendly.
Which one are we looking at?
Jolly Roger and Miyagi. Is this a friendly rivalry?
Yeah. I would say it's a friendly rivalry. Let's see here. JR and the Illuminati here. Look, man, I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet, dude. Gibbs is on a bye. Ayuk's on a bye. Kirk's on a bye.
Permanently.
Yeah. Well, Christian Kirk is on a bye, and Kirk Cousins is permanently on a bye.
My apologies.
So yeah. Purdy's on a bye. Look, this is one of those situations where again, I just think the JR, whether it's poor planning on his part or if it's like, hey man, I'm just gonna go ahead and punt on this week and just like we'll just piecemeal this thing together. This is one of those cases where I just feel like the Illuminati has too many healthy bodies in this lineup. I know the Giants have been playing better defense as of the last couple weeks, and Devontae Adams plays for a team that literally just fired their head man and everybody on the offensive side of the ball. So Devontae Adams is probably going to have about 15 targets in this game. So yeah, I'll take the Illuminati 2 touchdowns going away. Be gentle.
I agree with everything you said. Illuminati by 3 touchdowns, though.
All right.
Tough sledding for the Jolly Roger. This is not his year. But who knows, man? Another friendly rivalry?
Who we got?
We got Baby Billy and ATL.
Baby Billy, Bible Bonkers taking on the AT Aliens. I think both of these lineups this season have been on roller coaster rides for two totally different reasons. You got one team that just auto drafted, and you got one team that has been pretty injury plagued at least the first couple of weeks of the season. So, look, man, Barkley is taking on the Raiders this week. I just got done talking about the Raiders' offensive side of the ball. Who knows where the defensive psyche is going to be, man? Maybe they're playing with their hair on fire, but from an RB standpoint, the Raiders haven't stopped anybody this season. So hopefully Barkley gets it going. I think Baltimore and Seattle might be low-key one of the better matchups of the weekend. So I'm hoping that matchup is going to be relatively elevated on the scoring side, and hopefully Lamar and Mark Andrews got to keep pace. And I'm playing Tyler Lockett this week, so hopefully we got a shootout. On the AT Alien side of the ball, Jonathan Taylor's taking on the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers defense is not good. So Taylor's workload has been steadily increasing, so I look to see him probably carry a 60-40 split with Zach Moss in this game. So, Taylor's going to get his. Man, TJ Hawkinson's going up against the Atlanta Falcons too, man. So Dobbs has been serviceable, so it's not like they're just getting some guy off the street. So I tell you what, man, I'm not picking myself this week, so I will take the AT Aliens in this one.
I have faith in you. I think Jonathan Taylor's going to have a big week. I think he might put 25 on you. Maybe 30. But I think Saquon's going to have a big week too. I have faith in you, brother. I have faith in you. I'm not going to get into it. Give me Baby Billy by 10.
All right. Smoking Joe and Iron Smoke?
Yeah, Smoking Joe and Iron Smoke. I just love skipping Smoking Joe, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's, look,
it's like really the only person in our league I can call short, so I just kind of see over him, my bad.
All right, man. So
good looking.
This one's okay. So look, DJ Metcalf came back last week. He had double-digit targets. He's got a tough matchup this week, taking on the Ravens. Again, I'm thinking the scoring in that one should be a little up there. DeAndre Swift, man, he's going to be at home taking on the Cowboys, and their defense has been pretty stout this season, man. So I think Iron Smoke is going to have a little bit of tough sledding. But dude, here's the deal, man. For Smoking Joe, he's got Tua in at QB, and Tyreek Hill is on the opposite side of this fence. So the way Hill has been just churning out yards this season, you got to figure going up against the old team, man, they're going to try to pepper him with targets. So if Tua is feeding Tyreek Hill the ball, man, that's just going to put Iron Smoke out in front. I should be picking Smoking Joe because he's just been, he's been defying the odds, I feel like, this season up to a 5-3 mark, but fuck, dude. Iron Smoke. I'm taking Iron Smoke this week. It doesn't look like an upset, but damn, I feel like it should be an upset.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This Las Vegas team really has me wondering what's going to happen. Is it going to be beneficial that Josh McDaniels is gone for Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams? Maybe. I mean, I don't even know who the interim head coach is. I haven't looked or seen. I didn't even know about it until you told me before we started this. So
they internally elevated, one of their positional coaches, man, and surely it's probably a player coach, a locker room coach, someone that could
Get 'em
boost the
going.
morale of that locker room and get it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't really like any of the running back matchups in these games this week, so I'm just gonna stick just to wide receivers strictly. Hill and Waddle could quite possibly be a wash. Michael Thomas, that guy's still alive. Damn, dude. Give me Iron Smoke by 1.7 points. And I feel like I'm going to regret that. Yeah. Yeah. So it's 5-star time. Masturbator, 2 weeks in a row in the 5-star versus wine receiver.
All right, man. I'm gonna start on the Bader side of the ball. Zach Moss has been an interesting topic of discussion in fantasy football circles the last couple weeks, man, because he's still getting the rock some. He's getting it enough, and he's producing. He's going on the road against Carolina, and as I alluded to earlier, man, I think Jonathan Taylor is going to have a good game, but I still think, I think the Colts are going to win this game going away. So if they got the lead, they're going to be running the ball, man. So they're going to keep those fresh leg in. So Moss is going to get his. The Taysom Hill experiment goes to Chicago. I mean, who knows what's going to happen, man? If he turns around and scores, over 10 points this week, I'd almost say that that's just a guarantee for success. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen at QB with Goff being off and Watson listed as questionable. I haven't heard the whispers from the bushes yet this week on whether or not he's going to play or not. So let's just assume that the Bader's going to the wire. On the Mrs. Commish side of the ball, dude, Alvin Kamara. I feel like he had a couple seasons where he was a fantasy disappointment, but the dude is just a point machine right now. And if this was a PPR league, he'd probably be top 3 in scoring because he's just getting peppered with targets. Do we know if Taylor Swift's going to be in Germany for the game or not? Because if she's not there, then, I mean, Kelsey, he's looked, human in the games that she hadn't been in attendance.
You're not wrong.
I mean,
does she fly to Germany?
who knows?
I mean, dude, if Taysom Hill does what he did last week against me to Chicago, Taylor Swift might be in Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, number 1 tight end in the NFL right now might be Taysom Hill.
I'm gonna make a sound choice in this one, man, and I'm gonna do this one for the household, but I'm gonna take Master Bader as the Stone Cold Lock of the Week, baby. Go get him, Lee.
Damn. I'm speechless. I'm waiting to start hearing Taylor Swift blowing up behind you, dude. One of those
Dude,
songs about men.
she touches down in Germany, dude.
Yeah.
Kelsey's $150 and 2.
Can we just have a special Sunday episode as soon as the game starts to decide this pick?
It's gonna be kind of early, man. I'll be even further west on Sunday, so I don't think I feel like getting up at. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I want to get up at 7:00 in the morning to get this answer for this matchup.
Give me Mrs. Commish by 20.
The Bader's so upset right now.
No, he's not.
Oh, he is, man.
Yeah.
You know he is.
I don't think user W75QZWX is all that upset after beating me with a part-time NFL player.
Come on, Bader. We need to get you on this this channel, man. Hear our cry.
All right. Well,
let's put a bow on this bad boy.
Yeah, before I watch you get put in the doghouse. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a comment with an actual username. And we'd appreciate it. Maybe we'll respond to some of those. Sorry for not paying attention to comments. Joe Rogan told me not to. But if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Tell your friends about it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And next week, we'll be saying on to week 10. The best time of the year is going fast. Before you know it, it's going to be Turkey Day, dude.
It's the best day of the year.
That is the best day of the year.
Don't even add us either. We ain't trying to hear any of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Until next week.
All right, boss.